guys, and welcome back to another comparison video. I think there's just going to be the one with this one. I have to double check my spreadsheets, but I think this is the only one to compare this one to. So this one is between the REVO Wild Cherry and the REVO Cupid's Cherry Cordial. So let's get started. First off, format-wise, they are both dome format with the flat top. Only difference is the color of the wax. But for all other intents and purposes, these two are identical visually, so I'm very glad that I labeled the bottoms, otherwise I would have no freaking clue which one's which. The only real difference that you can tell just by sight is the color of the wax. That this one's sort of a mauvey pink, whereas the other one is red. They're in the new style of REVO packaging. This one does not want to go back on. There we go. Okay, they're in the new style REVO packaging of the octagon shape. Not the shiny ones or anything, just the textured hard plastic. And I don't know why I always do that, but I do. The stickers are just the Walgreens ones. They are exactly the same color. Usually there's at least a little bit of difference in the stickers on top, but these two are identical, so yeah, might want to label them if you have both of these two, just so you know which one's which. Although by smell, you would know which one's which. Anyway, this one is not limited edition. This one is just part of the permanent line you can always find at Walgreens now, whereas this one is limited edition to this year's Valentine's Day set, the #Love Collection. The amount of product you get in both is 1/4 of an ounce. The shelf life on them, this one doesn't expire until July of 2018. And here's what I meant about the tininess of this font. This is like what they usually look like. And then there's this one. Just a tiny difference here in size, you know? Just a little. Little tiny bit. But yeah, this one's good until December of 2018. So that should also tell you how close these two came out to one another. Price point wise, because this one is part of the permanent collection, you can always find it for a few bucks. A lot of times they will put these on sale at Walgreens, and you can find them for as low as $1.99 sometimes. I didn't get mine for that low. I think mine was $3 straight. Whereas this one, excuse me, was like, I want to say $4.99, but I know some people were finding them for $3.99, $2.99, $2.50. Just depends on the timing and where you found them specifically in the country. I already said price point, I already did sturdiness. No special features really, there's no SPF, there's no medication, but this one, although I don't think they really intended on it being a thing, this one leaves a tint, and if you would like to see the color it leaves, go back a video on my channel and look at the review I did on this one, because I showed the tint, and it is actually fairly vibrant, so that is a thing, and they didn't even advertise it on the packaging as being something that leaves a tint, so like I said, I think that was just coincidental that this one happens to, because most REVOs are just clear. Anyway, scent-wise, this one smells exactly like Cherry Lifesavers. So if you've ever had a Cherry Lifesaver, which I imagine you have, it smells just like that. Or like a straight-up cherry lollipop, especially those Valentine's Day ones that are shaped like a heart, they smell like those too. This one, I dropped it, this smells much nicer in my opinion, and I love it. It's also a cherry smell, but a much more subtle cherry. And you can tell there's some chocolate in there, but it's a much sweeter all-around scent than that guy. And it does legitimately smell like a truffle. It actually almost smells raspberry-ish in my opinion, so I think they may have added to it a little bit to sweeten it up and make it not so strongly straight-up cherry. But there you go, there is very much a difference. And then, consistency-wise and flavor-wise, I forgot, I need to try this one on, because usually, right before comparing them, I do wear them first in the same day, and I forgot to do this one. So, I'm putting it on right now, even though you can't see me. Okay. Alrighty. So this one does have a sweet flavor to it. This one doesn't really have a flavor. It has like the tiniest little hint of one, but not really. Consistency-wise, this one is thicker than this one, but they do both have that same creamy quality to them, and they're not really like the same greasiness that a lot of REVOs are. It's more of a creamy texture. Although this one I would consider to be a thin lip balm, this one I would consider to be about medium. Like thin side of medium. Moisturization wise though, this one works better than this one, in my opinion. And it also stays on longer too, I've noticed. Shine factor wise, they're about the same. Drink test wise, there's only really a difference because this one has a tint and it becomes really obvious really fast as soon as some of it's worn off, but not all of it, you know, whereas the other one, since it's just clear, nobody really knows. But anyway, if I were gonna pick one of these over the other, while I do really like the tint of the one, I think I would say this one because I like the smell a lot better and just all around it works better for me, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, it's about all I have to say on these. So do you have these? Do you have this one? Do you have that one? Do you have both of them? Which one do you like better and why? As well as anything else you feel like leaving me down in the comments, and let me know what you'd like to see me review most next. And until next time, bye!